Alright, what's up, YouTube? This is Big Mike. Alright, the Phoenix Suns have bought out the contract of veteran center Tyson Chandler. And apparently, Chandler is going to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, this is a positive. One of the weaknesses for the Lakers is their rebounding. So Tyson Chandler should be able to help them on that front. But he's not the Tyson. He's 36 years old. And he's not the Tyson Chandler that we saw back, in 2011 when he was on that Dallas Maverick team that won the NBA title. All right, so he's not that guy anymore that's going to give you a double-double on a consistent basis. But he will help. But one of my problems with LeBron James, man, is for a guy who we're always hearing he makes everybody around him better. He's the ultimate team player. He's this and he's that. And he's this and he's that. And he's this and he's that. Other great players who are so-called selfish, ball dominant players like a Jordan and a Kobe. Now, Kobe to an extent needed help, man, but I've never seen a guy who supposedly makes everyone around him better, but yet LeBron James always needs help to win. He always needs somebody else to win. He needs a Shaq, or he needs to play with Wade, or he needs Bosh, or he needs a guy like Irving. And now he needs Chandler. He needs Kawhi Leonard. He needs this guy. He needs that guy. But whenever they win, it's always LeBron. But whenever they lose, it's always somebody else's fault other than LeBron. Even if he shot 7 for 26 or something. It's always LeBron James, all the credit, none of the blame. Which is the opposite of what a superstar is supposed to be. Now, I'm not trying to say the superstars don't get preferential treatment, but my goodness, man, I've never seen a guy who has such a blank slate when it comes to taking credit. Taking responsibility for negative things. As always, he gets all the credit for everything. And the Lakers right now are average. He was supposed to make this team better, but they're average. So this kind of proves or gives credence to the argument that LeBron James' impact on teams have always been overrated. A lot of people who are LeBron fanboys always like to point out how the Cleveland Cavaliers went from 61 wins to 19 wins after the 2010 season. But they also don't point out the fact that Coach Brown was fired. I think much of the coaching staff was gone. And they also had to deal with other various injuries. Other players from the 2010 team were injured and played very few games that year. I think Varejao got injured. I think, what's his name? Mo Williams was injured for a lot of that season. So that doesn't get talked about. And yes, Cleveland is awful. Cleveland is awful. They do miss LeBron James, but Kevin Love hasn't played much this year either. So, the Lakers won 30-some games last year. And right now, they like a team, if the team was intact now and didn't add any pieces, they look like they might go 500. So you gain maybe, 7 wins? 6 wins with LeBron James? That's not really that much for a guy who's supposedly this great, unselfish player who makes everyone around him better. When the reality is, he's a stat-chasing junkie who worries more about attaining triple-doubles rather than making people around him better. Now, Russell Westbrook, this year, you can't say he's chasing triple-doubles because he's really not. Nobody talks about the fact that Thunder have gone from 0-4 to 500, or they're 5-4, 1-2, so they have a 4 or 5 game winning streak. But everybody always want to shit on Russell Westbrook, but give LeBron James all the praise.